Good morning, Kryptonians. This is Crypto Big Boss coming to you with another great video. And this morning, I just want all of you to know that we need to all stop having anxiety every time we get that little ding on our phones. I don't know about you guys, but every single morning I hear bing, bing, and you look down there and you've got your little announcement from Coinbase or from Uphold or whoever it is that you use to trade your cryptocurrency. And we tend to have this anxiety because we don't know whether it's BCH is up or down, Bitcoin is up or down. So if you're like me and you suffer from bing anxiety because you hear that in the morning, don't let that dictate what kind of day you're going to have. But I wanted to jump right into the news. If you haven't heard, now you're going to hear about it. In a world first, El Salvador makes Bitcoin legal tender. This is what I've been talking about for years. Adoption being the basic groundswell for Bitcoin becoming the world's currency. No longer will fiat currency be the dominant means of actually trading. And it is a phenomenon that is taking place regardless of what policies seem to be floating around in America and abroad. There basically is a bowling ball coming and crashing down on all the pins and knocking them down. Now, of all the countries, it just is amazing that the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as its national currency is El Salvador. Let's take a look at this. You see all the people applauding here because they know they're making history. Let's read through this. El Salvador became the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender after Congress on Wednesday approved President Nayib Bukele's proposal to embrace the cryptocurrency, a move that delighted the currency's supporters. With 62 out of 84 possible votes, lawmakers voted in favor of the move to create a law to adopt Bitcoin, despite concern about the potential impact on El Salvador's program with the International Monetary Fund. Bukele has touted the use of Bitcoin for its potential to help Salvadorians living abroad to send remittances back home, while saying the U.S. dollar will also continue as legal tender. In practice, El Salvador does not have its own currency. It will bring financial inclusion, investment, tourism, innovation, and economic development for our country, Bukele said in a tweet shortly before the vote in Congress, which is controlled by his party and allies. In an idea he appeared to have developed overnight, Bukele later said he had instructed state-owned geothermal electric firm Lagio to develop a plan to offer Bitcoin mining facilities using renewable energy from the country's volcanoes. My goodness. He said the idea was to build a Bitcoin mining hub around the country's geothermal potential. He also said that El Salvador would offer citizenship to people who showed evidence they had invested in at least 3 Bitcoins. The use of Bitcoin will be optional for individuals and would not bring risk to users, Bukele said, with the government guaranteeing convertibility to dollars at the time of transaction through a $150 million trust created at the country's development bank, Bandicel. Under the law, Bitcoin must be accepted by firms when offered as payment for goods and services. Oh my goodness. Tax contributions can also be paid in cryptocurrency. And if you go to McDonald's or whatever, they cannot say, we're not going to take. Can you believe what this is saying? If you go to McDonald's or whatever, they cannot say we're not going to take your Bitcoin. They have to take it by law because it's legal tender. This is a bombshell. This is a bombshell. And the reason it's a bombshell because we have to now look at all the American companies that have any kind of interest or investment in that company's infrastructure. You just had an actual leader of a country in this world make Bitcoin legal tender that has to be accepted at every business in his country. That means every American company, any kind of Spanish company, any kind of company that has any kind of investment in their infrastructure has to accept Bitcoin. How many other countries will now follow suit? Think about this. Think about this. Its use of legal tender will begin in 90 days with Bitcoin dollar exchange rate set by the market. Bukele said the government and central bank did not currently hold any Bitcoin. In the capital, San Salvador, reactions were mixed, with some excited that the new currency would increase prosperity and financial options. Cryptocurrency supporters hailed the move as legitimism, the emergent asset, but its impact on Bitcoin regulation, taxation, or adoption in other countries remains to be seen. I think if you look at this, there always has to be a first. And it's just amazing that it happens in a place like El Salvador. Their leader gets it, okay? Great article by Nelson Rentera, Tom Wilson, and Karen Strokehacker. This is just an incredible article on Reuters. Applause. Applause. So I just want everybody to understand. Watch what happens to Bitcoin now. You saw a bump, but that's nothing compared to what you're about to see. You know, when things like this happen, you have to wonder who is going to make sure that they're next, that they're ready. And I'm here to tell you that there is big things ahead for those people who have been hodling Bitcoin and who stayed the course. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Don't sell your Bitcoin. Don't sell your Bitcoin. Look at this. Look at this. Look at them voting. Look at these leaders in El Salvador raising their hands and saying, let's make Bitcoin our legal currency. History. Not just in El Salvador. This is world history. If you've enjoyed this video, please throw up the likes, throw up the shares. And if you're new to this channel, hey, this is as good a time as any. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. And I'll catch you on the next one.